Super Bowl. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the 49ers, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The long NFL season down to this. One game to decide it all. Super Bowl 61 underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some room to run now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first. On the ground, McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
43 yards rushing for him now on their opening drive of the Super Bowl. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Here's Purdy. Nowhere to return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid, but he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And bulldozing his way through. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
And once again, that middle going to be clogged up as he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end. And we are back, Super Bowl 61. Thanks for joining us, everybody, nationwide and around the globe as both teams get set to begin the second quarter. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Back to throw, Purdy. Flushed out right. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. This is McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This is 2nd and 8. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson on first down, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing on second and long. Jackson, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel from 17 yards out. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? But usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Play action. Now Purdy. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. And his kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here now a third down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And that'll do it for the third quarter of Super Bowl 61. The culmination of the season and the crowning of a champion after the fourth quarter, which is coming up next. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive first and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Christian McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 72 yards. And the 49ers are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Jackson.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Yeah, the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. To throw again is Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right. He's 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Purdy now to throw. He'll buy some time right. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the 49ers will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 13, a little under 1:50 remaining. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Jackson. That is caught, Bateman. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's 2nd down and 3. Now Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Throwing, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. Here's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And now off to the races down the right side. He's on his way. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. Purdy will throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Eluding the pressure right. Past the 20. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.